Driving through Atlanta sucks. Yes, it does. I'm at Nancy's on Ponce de Leon Avenue in Midtown Atlanta, Georgia. This is Chicago-style deep dish pizza with stuffed crust. The originator of this restaurant was making stuffed crust pizza in 1971. There's a lot of people out there that claim to be the originator of stuffed crust pizza, including these guys. I've ordered my pizza. I've ordered 2 9-inch deep dish pizzas. One with pepperoni, one without. They're also stuffed crust. This I'm really excited about because I am literally starving to death. This really needs to be good too, because it was a pain in the butt to get here. To drive Midtown Atlanta and not know the streets real well, you're going to be waiting through 4 cycles of traffic lights. God help you if you want to make a left turn, and then you still have to figure out parking. I did go inside and ask them where I could park, and there's a parking deck a couple blocks away. It's not too long of a walk that you can park in for free as long as you're eating there. There's a Krispy Kreme right next door that looks like a great place to park, but they said if I parked over there and I didn't come in and get something, they would boot me. So I didn't park there. You can also park on the street, and there is a parking meter somewhere. I couldn't find it, and so I opted for the parking deck, although it was really dark in there. Inside, the staff's been courteous, very helpful, helped me order my food. They're not cheap. 2 of their smaller pizzas, not their personal pan pizza, ran me $45 with a drink. I saw on the inside that they had a 100% A rating on their last health inspection, so that actually speaks very well of the place. I think I'm in for a good deal here. Shout out to Virginia for putting me onto this place. The moment of truth. We have our stuffed crust pizza. This is the one that's supposed to have the pepperoni. If it turns out to be cheese, so be it. They cut it up in quarters by default. Take a look at that. That's what you call a cheese pizza. We're ready to give this thing a test. I don't think I can pick it up and take a bite out of it, but I'll try. The Joe Bite Test. That is a mouthful of cheese. I love their sauce. It's tart, tangy, just shy of having a bite to it. The cheese, man, they lay the cheese on in a big way there. As far as the pepperoni, I'm not really finding that anywhere yet. I got the wrong pizza. Au contraire, there is pepperoni. This is wonderful. You should try this out. The crust is great. It did come out hot. Me piddling around here, I've managed to let it cool off a little bit, but this is absolutely wonderful. Poison for me. This is an awesome piece of pizza. The crust holds together. It looks like it's going to run everywhere, but it doesn't. You could feed 3 people on this with all this cheese in there. But before I overgorge myself, I'm going to open up the next one. Let's go for it. This is a plain cheese pizza without the pepperoni. They have other things on the menu. They have thin pizza. Shooting on the sidewalk is not recommended because of sound issues. I really like their tomato paste sauce. They're a little pricey. They're hard to get to. Traffic up here is a nightmare. Is it worth it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. It's definitely decent pizza. I'd be curious to try some of the other stuff they offer. I'll give them about an 8 out of 10 on the 1 to 10. It's a good place to eat. I appreciate you taking time to watch this. If you're interested, stay tuned for the morning after show where we reheat, retry, reevaluate the next morning and see whether the food can be microwaved and eaten the next day. We will see you in the morning after. Welcome to the morning after, where we reheat and reevaluate the food we bought the day before. We put it in the microwave after it's been in the refrigerator overnight to see whether it's worth saving or taking it home in a doggy bag. You must keep in mind too that some of this food wasn't designed for that. In fact, where we went yesterday clearly has instructions on the outside telling you how to reheat your food in an oven at a given temperature. On the morning after, we strictly reheat in a microwave because most of us are not going to heat an oven up to eat a couple pieces of pizza for breakfast. Yesterday, we went to Nancy's Chicago-style pizza in Midtown Atlanta on Ponce de Leon Avenue. What we ordered yesterday was deep dish stuffed crust pizza, or their version of stuffed crust pizza, which they've been making since 1971, which, by the way, was 20 years before Pizza Hut patented their version of stuffed crust pizza. I've had both. There's little relationship between them. They're completely two different animals. You can't even compare them. So let's move on to the test. But before I heat this pizza up, I wanted to show it to you because it's pretty unique. When I got into this yesterday, I was a little bit taken aback on how much cheese was in it. This is the pizza. This is just the cheese pizza. It has some weight to it. It has some girth to it. You can see that it looks like a cheese pie, just like it. It has a layer of crust on top and a layer of crust on the bottom. The other piece has pepperoni. Now what they did with the pepperoni was they put the pepperoni under the ingredients. I'm a person who likes to see my toppings on top, hence toppings thing. We see this up north sometimes. While doing research, I actually found a video where the original owner actually made the pizza. The video is pretty old, but when he added his ingredients, he put the pepperoni on top. I don't know if that's the way they do it in all their franchises, whether they have enforcement problems with their franchise. I don't know. Actually, don't care. The pizza's great. Sauce is authentic Italian. The cheese is wonderful. Well, let's go ahead and reheat these things, see how they taste, and get on with this video. Alright, let's get my favorite beverage, uncapped. I really can't wait to dig into this. Let's see. It still holds its continuity. It doesn't try to fall apart. The cheese, you can see, has tried to run off of it, but it's congealed a little bit as I let it cool. And let's go ahead and get our bite test in. This is a cheese pizza. I mean, it is a cheese pizza for the serious cheese people. The crust fared pretty good. It's a little chewier, a little thicker as it's absorbed up some of the moisture, as pizza does. It hasn't lost any of its flavor. I like the authentic Italian sauce. Now for the pepperoni version of the pizza. I can taste the pepperoni, even though I would like to see it on top where it gets crispy. It still gives the pizza more flavor. I would say that it survives refrigeration and reheating in a microwave actually quite well. Not exactly the same way it was when it came out of the oven at the pizza place. If y'all are interested, and if you care, I would like to go on a search for the best pizza in Atlanta. Leave me comments. Let me know if that would be interesting to you, because I don't want to make videos that nobody's going to watch. I really like the pizza. What I'd really like to do is go back and try their thin crust pizza. According to the staff, that is their signature dish. Had I known that, I would be eating thin crust pizza right now. Excuse me, you sensitive people out there. Oh, sorry. Strawberry ice cream from Kroger. Not Culver's custard. You can only have so much. If you do decide to go down and check these people out, be mindful about the parking. Try not to make left turns in Atlanta crossing traffic, because unless you just want to sit out in the middle of the road and take in the sights. The reheat on this thing in a microwave, let's say the pizza was a 10. It would bring it down to about an 8 or a 9. When compared to all the pizza I've eaten, including the chains, including Massys Pizza, I'd have to rate these guys about an 8, 8.5. They're good, don't get me wrong. If you find this content interesting, subscribe at the end, hit the notify button, and we will see you on the next video. In the medical field, I may have concerns about the side effects of eating too much cheese and elimination.